Alright, so we've got another acid-base problem here, and we're starting out with MgOH2 and H3PO4. You can see the Mg has the OH minus with it, and the H3PO4 has the H plus. We know those are going to join together to form water, and the other things will join together to form a salt. So let's see how this works out. MgOH2 plus H3PO4. Alright, so that's going to join with that. That'll form H2O. Now I want you to take careful note of what I've done here. I've just taken one H plus with one OH minus to form H2O, so I can get what compound I'm getting here. I know the temptation is to join all this together and come up with, I don't know, H5O or something like that, but that's just silly. What we need to do is have H plus and OH minus. Just take one of each of these and join them together. In that same vein, I'll just take one Mg and one PO4 over here so I can figure out what compound I'm going to get from this. So our next challenge here is to figure out what charges there are on the magnesium and the phosphate. Alright, so looking at this one, we've got MgOH2, that would look like that, and that's going to be -2, and that's going to be +2 to match that, which means the magnesium has to have a +2 charge, so that's what we've got there. If we look on the polyatomic iron sheet, we'll see that PO4 has a -3, but the other reason it's obvious that PO4 has a -3 is that if you've got 3 H's and they each have a 1 plus charge, they're going to have a +3 charge, which means that's going to be -3, which means the PO4 must have a -3 charge as well. Alright, so the next thing we can do, we'll just answer the questions here. First of all, Mg is going to have a 2 plus charge, and the PO4 is going to have a 3 minus charge. And these will join together to form the compound A that I'm talking about here. Well, let's complete this and see how that works. So the MgOH2 plus H3PO4 and that's going to join together to form H2O, and then these two will join together to form Mg3PO42. So that's compound A there. Now let me go through how I did that. What I have to do here is I've got 2 plus and 3 minus, and I'm asking this question: how many of these do I need to react with, to join with how many of these in order to get a neutral compound? Now the technique I like to use is sort of like a common denominator technique. So I take the 2 and the 3 and I multiply them together, and that gives me 6. So what that tells me is that I need the number of Mg's that will total out to 6, and the number of phosphates that will total out to -6. And in order to do that, what I'm going to need is 3 Mg2 pluses, that'll give +6, and 2 PO4 3 minuses, that'll give me -6, and that means that the compound is going to be Mg3PO42. So that's how we figure out the identity of compound A. The charges on the ions, that's how we get those there.